Britney Spears breaks her foot. We got to talk about this and more, but before we get into it, hi best friend and welcome back to my channel. If you're brand new, my cool vibes, your pop culture messy bestie. I spill pop culture tea all day, every day, so if you're looking for somebody to keep you company, subscribe. You guys, we got to talk about Miss Britney Jean Spears, born December 2nd, 1981. Our very own pop princess that we love so much. She's opening up about breaking her foot and how it was so painful for her. It was the biggest pain she's ever felt in her whole entire life. Okay, she says, this was shot 3 weeks ago after I broke my left foot. The x-ray of the break was so small, I was like, do I even need surgery? They said there are 40% chance it can heal by itself, 60 not. So I was like, I guess I have to. The problem was the pain was the most unbelievable severe pain after the surgery I had ever felt in my life. I've broken 2 knees and my right foot. I've had 2 babies with an epidural, and I'm an extremely strong girl. I didn't understand why I couldn't take this pain I was experiencing. They gave me medication, but it didn't help. I crawled to the bathroom every day. It was horrible. But to my surprise, the left side of my body is the feminine side. And I assumed it was my feminine side. That's why I was way too sensitive. I know I sound cuckoo, but I even thought I felt myself going into a different dimension of time where cats or lions live, and time was extremely intense and unbelievably weird and different. I had never been in this state of mind, and I could be bullshit. The pain just brought me somewhere different. This was the first time I danced since the surgery. If you normally see me, I dance barefoot. I'm wearing tennis shoes for some reason. And my spread in my legs is honestly my signature spread of the way I used to stand and perform when I was younger. It's weird how inside my body I was. I literally milked each moment in a spiritual way, and I would never normally indulge in myself like that and take in my own moment as if I ever mattered, period. The reason I speak on it, it's light and sun behind me. I sound cuckoo, but I feel this is the real representation of my real soul in church, in my spiritual body, not physical. I'm floating and flying with the saints. Sounded good to me. Okay, with her post, you have to Da Vinci Code that shit, bitch. I mean, you go through all these ups and downs when Britney talks, but there's a story there. There's feeling there. There's her truth in there. With Britney, I'm going to be so for real. Obviously she doesn't really say how she did it. I feel like it's probably like a dancing incident. And she dances, she loves to do her videos in her living room. I call it the living room residency. But you know what I would really love for Britney to do? I think she was really happy when she was teaching dance to little girls. I think that would be so good for her. And oftentimes we see her at home, we see her dancing by herself. But when she was dancing with these girls, she was literally shining. You could even tell when she was rehearsing for Domination, she was choreographing the things and she was teaching these dancers her dance moves. And when you can see her in action, when she was teaching these little kids in dance class, she was so focused. She looked like she was so into it. She looked like she was so happy. And when you find something that you're passionate about, like she is of dancing, then I do think she could really have a really, really, really good future in this. And, I hate that she suffered so much, breaking her this and breaking her that and painful things and crawling to the bathroom and surgery and all these things. I hate that she's been through so much. And it seems like she's dealing with it alone. You know what I mean? I don't know who's around her. And of course you can say, oh, Sebastian, you're just being entitled. You don't have to know who's around her. I get that part. But I'm also sort of I just want to make sure she's good. I want to make sure she's healthy. I want to make sure she's safe. I want to make sure she's just being the best version of herself. You know what I mean? And I'll say this, and I don't really give a shit if I get a lot of flack for this, but a lot of people criticize her dancing in her living room. If that makes her happy, then it just fucking makes her happy. If she wears 10 tons of freaking eyeliner, no, not eyeliner, eye makeup or whatever it's called, so fucking be it, man. If she wants to wear whatever she wants to wear, if she wants, who cares? You know what? I'd rather Britney just be Britney and live her best entire life the way she wants to than have to have Britney robot. You know, I'll never forget when I saw the documentary. Was it the I Am Britney Jean one? I think it actually was it was an MTV special or something where they follow her to the recording studio. And I think it was like an interview, and she's very just talking like that. And she goes, off to work. And you could just tell she's so sedated. She's so like high on whatever the fuck medication they gave her. You could just tell. I mean, she was just so out of it. And when she performed Hold It Against Me and Jimmy Kimmel and things like that, you could tell she was just not into it. So I would rather have Britney Spears in her living room where she is safe, instead of being a robot medicated somewhere and being somewhere against her will. You know what I mean? And I think that's a conversation people don't want to have right now. I think a lot of people, it's so difficult for them to accept that is Britney Spears, accept that Britney from the past is never coming back. You know, when you have gone through so much trauma and so much just tragedy in your life, like why the fuck would you want to come back to a place in a business where they treated you like utter shit? You know what I mean? Like, absolutely not, girl. Why would you want to? So I often have this conversation with so many people who are not well versed in Britney Spears, and you know, it's a lot of, well, my God, like she can fix her hair, like she can fix her eye makeup, like, you know, she could dress a little bit better, like, and I'm like, maybe you could just mind your own fucking business, dumb bitch, okay? Seriously, I'm so tired of it. And because most of it is stemming from her appearance, that people want to see her picture perfect. She is not a Kardashian. She doesn't give a shit about being aesthetic. She doesn't give a shit about being perfect, okay? She's dancing, she's breaking bones, she's breaking feet, she's setting her studio on fire. Let the bitch just be, girl, as long as she's safe and happy, bitch. You know, because everything Britney Spears does, it's exaggerated to, oh my God, she's not well, oh my God. I'm like, well, everyone's had oopses, you know what I mean? So just like, fuck, man. I'm so tired of, because like, you know, I see a lot of, I get a lot of requests on what to talk about, and I get a lot of comments like, oh, can you please comment on this? Can you please talk about this? And while those messages are super helpful, which I love, keep them coming, I think one of the things that really annoy me the most is that I'm tired of it. I'm so tired of it. I really, truly am. Like, this is me tired of it because, you know, then they want to talk about like the clones, and they want to talk about the conspiracies, and they want to talk about this. It's none of that, best friend. It's just simply she is the product of what the fuck happened to her. She is the product of what happened to her. What you are seeing there is a result of what happened to her, okay? You don't come out of that without any bruises. You do not come out of that without any type of, consequences, okay? What she went through was so fucking difficult. You expect her to be the slave for you, Britney, that she once was? Girl, bye. Absolute bye. It is just so frustrating. And you know what? I'll say this. Like, a lot of the comments are coming from, like, her fans, which are, like, women and gays. And it just pisses me off because it's like, for the most part, the real fans, we defend her, right? But then there comes the general public, and it's just such nasty ass fucking comments. I'm like, you're just such a bitch, Caroline. You know, I'm just so tired because, like, she wakes up in the morning, she does her little breakfast, and then she goes and twirls around in the living room, and she's living her best life, hopefully. So I'm just like, girl, bye. I'm so tired of it. I really, truly am, girl. I truly am so sick and tired of the hate with Britney Spears. Like, have we not learned anything from Hayden Panettiere? Have we not learned anything from Aaron Carter? Have we not learned anything from Liam Payne? Have we not actually learned anything from anybody? Like, that honestly is so crazy that people still would not understand that we are literally, like, responsible for so much negativity online, and we have to stop it. So I'm not saying, like, yeah, voice your concern, throw some light fun shade like we do on my channel, but, like, say that she's on substances, say this, say that, because she's just being her. And honestly, listen, there are many times that I thought Britney was on substances. What absolutely have I thought of it, but I haven't said it because it's just speculation that That's not for me to say. But yeah, have I thought about it? Of course. Who hasn't? Okay? But I'm choosing to believe she's good because, listen, there's nothing I can do. I'm a total stranger and so are you. So instead of worrying and sending her bad vibes, let's just be like, oh, she's just straight chilling in her living room, bitch. You know? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. I love to hear from you guys. Sorry I ranted so much today. I don't even know what's going on. I'm just like in one of those moods. But anyways, I love you all and I'll see you all in the next one. Mwah.